Hello and welcome. It's another beat kind of day. Let's get started. I wrote this beat just now, actually, but I didn't record the process. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it, and you're going to see with my screen exactly what I did. It started off with the piano part. In a way, it kind of sounds like Linkin Park now I think about it. I took this piano loop that I wrote and I recorded it into this file and I pitched it down, which is the opposite of what I usually do. And it sounded like... Pitch it up, put a little bit underneath. So I pitched it up afterwards and put that over the top of the lower octave. So I'd literally taken every octave other than the one that I initially recorded, which is interesting. Added a hella load of reverb. Now that the kind of main loop is created, I then decided to... then I came up with this really sick bass line, but I didn't have a bass on me, so I wrote this instead, electrically. And in my head I could hear this like... Bam, ba-ka-da-ka-dam. Bam, 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 ba-ka-da-ka-dam. Ba-da-dam. The bass sounds cool, but because it's electronic and I couldn't be asked to get out my actual bass, I'm a terrible person. I thought, okay, an 808 would sound pretty good underneath that, so I've got another 808 underneath it. I just gave it that electronic body it needed. And then once I had that, it was time to start making the beat. So I started with the hi-hats, actually, I think. All over those pockets, it's all over those offbeat rhythms, so it instantly gives you this dragging kind of pulley kind of vibe, and that's exactly why I came up with the kick and then the snares just followed with it. But when I was listening back to the beat, it felt like it needed some kind of higher thing over the top of it to make it feel like it was floating. It felt like it was sitting behind the beat rather than with the beat, so I decided to pitch up even further and get rid of all of those really harsh frequencies because they were going to kill your ears otherwise. The survival crash, just kind of giving it that nice kind of psst, you know, that's, now it's got a real full sound. And then that sounded like... And then it was time to just start adding in the little glazes that make it sound like it's progressing, which was, it just needed something on the beats because the snare is it's not really a main snare, it feels more like a side snare that I'd usually use. So to make it feel a bit bigger, I decided to put the, and then I looped that continuously. That's how the first part goes. When it starts to get quicker, it progresses, I was like, okay, this sounds really cool. It's got a hi-hat now, just looping in the background, making it feel bigger. It sounds cool, but I wanted to start changing. I was imagining a rapper, because I write music obviously all the time, so I was imagining the vocal over the top of what you could potentially have. It felt like it needed some kind of push, and that's when I put the... Once I had that groove, kept the hi-hats going. I lost the high one here because it's meant to really focus on the quick flow of the rapper, for example, there. And then I added some xylophone hits arpeggiated to build it up. And then it double times. Oh, and then just to finish off the beat so it could loop nicely, I did the... And that pretty much finishes off this beat. If you want to buy any of the beats that you hear throughout these videos, DM me at Cameron Sanderson UK on Instagram and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. My name's Cameron Sanderson. I'm an idiot. And I'll speak to you in the next one. It sounded a little something like this.